Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is AlexAlKazzaz, and I'm also known as the Bear of Texas, also known as the Texas Gaming Bear. Check this out. A sealed copy of Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow on the original Xbox. This thing is special, not because it's platinum hits. Speaking of platinum hits, some people say that because it's platinum hits that it has no value whatsoever. That's not true. Now, we all know platinum hits it was for games that sold so well that they were able to be sold for a much lower price. But it does kind of bother me how people just immediately devalue games that are platinum hits. I get it, okay. Now, I do actually have a version. I do have the original version of this one. I have the platinum hits and then the original version that when it first came out in 2004. But this copy is special for a particularly interesting reason. Because check this out. Look under the barcode. Not for retail sale. Now, I've done the research on this, but I want to know from all of you passionate gamers out there, especially for those of you that are collectors of vintage video games like me. What does this particularly mean, not for retail sale? Now, some people have said that that means that the game is fake. That has been easily debunked by many expert passionate gamers that I've spoken to, especially collectors. It means that this game was not meant to be sold on the shelf at GameStop or Best Buy or wherever you got your video games. This one was maybe part of a bundle or maybe a promotional release. I mean, people would say that maybe this is just a game trailer. Well, if this is a game trailer, not the full game, then why is it platinum hits then? If it's platinum hits, that's got to mean that it's the entire game. It's not just a trailer. It's not like only like maybe the first 2 missions of the game. So if you're watching this, let me know in the comments, what does this mean? Not for retail sale, and if this was not meant to be sold on the shelves, then why is it in platinum hits? I mean, I've obviously got a lot of questions that need to be answered. So I'm just very, very curious. Again, not for retail sale. That's really the most interesting part of this particular game. I mean, I feel like, was this copy of Splinter Cell never truly meant to be sold? But somehow it's still sealed well over 20 years later? Huh. I mean, again, I just cannot stop looking at the fact that under the barcode it says not for retail sale. Now, I've been given some reassurance from some collectors and expert and passionate gamers that no, you don't have anything that's fake. It's just that this game just was not meant to be sold. Was not meant to be sold off the shelves. I mean, this particular copy very likely had another purpose. So, again, from what I understand, when you see a label like this, again, take a good look. It means that basically, it must have come from some kind of bundle, maybe an Xbox console package, or simply a promotional release. So, I don't know. Because, again, we can be sure that it was not supposed to be sitting on a store shelf all by itself. It was meant to be included with something else. So where are we at, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we at? Again, take a good look. Look at that. Huh. And it's, the packaging is still good. There's no visible damage. Honestly, I truly wonder, 30 years from now, how much I could sell this for. Now, I'm told that sealed copies of Splinter Cell games are not considered to be incredibly rare because the copy sold so well. Now, I think a sealed copy might be more difficult to find, okay? Because there are several vintage video game stores around, and I'm sure you can find games like you can find this game, but I'm talking about a sealed copy with this under the barcode, not for retail sale. So, how many of these are truly out there? I mean, I know for a fact I'm not the only one that's got one of these. I mean, for all I know, there could be thousands out there, right? But I'm wondering, 30 years from now, will something like this be incredibly rare? So incredibly rare that I could sell this for a great deal of money, maybe $250,000. Who knows how much that'll be worth 30 years from now. Always got to worry about inflation. But see, I always jokingly say that I will one day go to Pawn Stars and talk to the guys. I mean, I think 30 years from now, Rick Harrison obviously won't be there. I'm not too sure about Corey, so I'm definitely not sure about Chum. Would love to meet those guys one day and maybe sell them something and make a good profit out of it. But of course, Rick Harrison is going to say he's going to make me an offer and say that he's taking the risk. But 30 years from now, if I go to Pawn Stars and I'm able to sell this, well, first of all, I'm pretty sure that if I'm lucky to be on the show, if the show's still around by then, I'm pretty sure that whoever I speak to is going to call in an expert, and I'll basically have the whole television experience. But now, on a serious note, again, take a good look. How rare would a sealed copy of Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow, a not for a retail sale copy, how much could it be worth 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, hell, even 40 years from now? What could it be worth? Would it be worth selling, or is it just simply worth keeping and maybe passing it down to my future grandchildren? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But again, for those of you out there, again, if you have a better a better explanation about this, about the not for retail sale meaning and why it would be in platinum hits, it's funny, a platinum hits game being part of a bundle. So again, please explain to me, enlighten me. I'm very curious. So, thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like. Again, leave your thoughts in the comments. Explain anything to me that needs to be explained. Anything that I can be educated on. Of course, don't forget, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I want to be sure that you're not going to miss out on any exciting upcoming content. And ladies and gentlemen, there's plenty of gaming content on this channel for you to enjoy. It is still new, it is still small, but I'm doing my best to grow it. Thank you all very much. Y'all have a good one, and God bless. And happy Easter.